Hey, good morning. Morning, everybody. I'm Chef Marvin from Intuit San Diego, and today's Chef's Corner is going to be on. I'm going to do a cauliflower bowl. Um, First, let's do a safety moment. Today's safety moment is going to be how to wash your mask, because I know we're all wearing masks, and even after we get the vaccine, we're still going to have to wear masks until everybody's vaccinated, or at least herd immunity. So basically, you can take your mask, you can stick it in the washer, or you can hand wash it, and basically warm tap water, add a little laundry soap to it, scrub it, get it clean, and then you want to rinse it thoroughly in clean water to remove all the soap and detergent. And then you can either stick it in a warm or a hot dryer, or you can hang dry it directly in the sun. If you can't hang dry it, you can in the sun, you can hang or lay it on the floor, lay it flat until it's completely dry. And that's how to wash and dry your mask. Okay. So this is my plant forward meal that I did for this episode, which we're trying to do as Intuit right now. So let's get going. So we're starting our cauliflower bowl, and the first thing we need to do is make the seed brittle. Okay. Got an egg white, sugar, salt, maple syrup, almonds, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, cinnamon, coriander, cumin, black pepper, and a tray with parchment paper on it. And we'll preheat our oven to 300 degrees. Okay, so we're going to start the brittle. First, we're going to take the egg white. We're going to make it frothy. Should be pretty good. We're going to add in our maple syrup. Should be enough. We're going to add in our sugar, our salt, our cayenne pepper. We're going to whisk all that together. Okay. Then I toasted the cumin seeds and black peppercorns and coriander, and I'm just going to put in my mortar and pestle. I'm just going to roughly blend it all together and crush it. That looks good. Pour that inside. Whisk that together. And then now I'm going to add my seeds, put it on the parchment paper on the sheet tray, and then we'll put it in the oven. And then in the recipe, the seeds and the nuts are not toasted, because they're going to toast in the oven as we cook it. And we'll just fold it all together. Pour it on the sheet tray. Then we'll just spread it out evenly. And like I said earlier in the video, we're going to put this in a 300-degree oven. So I just pulled the brittle out of the oven. As it sits, it just starts to get hard and crunchy. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with our cauliflower. Just getting down inside of the core and cutting off a few. And we're going to cut a few off like so. Basically, we're going to make some, in the recipe it calls for cauliflower couscous.
Well, great. Well, Tom, what is the other item?
And other recipes call it cauliflower rice. Okay.
Yes, I can.
I'm taking off a few like so,
Yes, I sure can.
because I want a little bit more, I want a few that are bigger in size for a little bit bigger texture. And I'm just taking off some of them just to have a little contrast in size. Okay, like so.
That's not bad at all. Yeah. So we've got, like, I think it's 70 here.
Okay, and then all these we're just going to cut like this, and we're going to put them in the food processor and grind them real quick.
Exactly.
And I'm going to use everything, all the stems, everything. Because that's the good thing about cauliflower. Everything in this tastes good. And we're making just cauliflower rice anyway, basically. Okay, so we got our cauliflower in. We're just going to pulse it. Just like so. So now we got our cauliflower and our cauliflower rice. Basically, we're going to take these two items. We're going to actually add a little bit of water to help them steam a little bit, and then in the very end process, we'll kind of let the water evaporate out. Just until it's soft, and then I like it with a little bit of browning on there, which adds a little bit more flavor to the cauliflower. So the cauliflower is starting to get a little soft. All the water has been evaporated out. And I'll just dress it with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I'll just saute it until it gets brown. Okay, so it's getting nice and brown. I know the recipe doesn't call for it, but I really like curry powder. A little bit of curry on my cauliflower. And just adding another flavor into the dish. Stir that around. I'll toast it a little bit. As soon as it's toasted, it's ready to go. Okay, now we're going to start doing all the rest of the ingredients. I got a Japanese mandolin here. You can use a knife, doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to make it as thin as possible for our bowl. There's our onions. I have a little ice water here, and I'm just going to put it in the water. Let it sit a little bit. Just trying to get some of the rawness out of the onion. Some of that raw bite. Okay, so probably let that sit in there 5 minutes at the max. And then we'll take it out and drain it. Okay, we also have these radishes that I got from my garden. Breakfast radishes. So we're just going to slice those thin on the mandolin too. And I actually had from dinner last night a little bit of English cucumber. And then I thought too, it's not in the recipe, either is the cucumber, but I had some of these beautiful turnips that I've grown over the winter that I actually picked. And these are really nice and sweet and a little bit tart. And I'm just going to slice those on raw. Take the radishes like that. We're going to open it up a little bit more for the cucumber because I want the cucumber to be a little bit bigger. Cucumber will come out like that. And then we're going to take the cucumber and we're going to dice it. Like so. We got some celery too, or cilantro too that I picked from my garden this morning. Basically, I'm gonna julienne or chiffonade these. Just for a little different shape on our salad, our couscous bowl, or should I say a cauliflower bowl. So we get them fine shreds like that. We have our arugula here, our garbanzo beans, and last night for dinner I had a little extra couscous, so I'm actually going to put that on. So now we're going to take the celery. Celery is very fibrous and I don't really care for the fiber, especially when you eat it, the fiber on the back, when you eat it raw. So usually whenever I do that, I peel all the fibers off the back. That way the fibers don't get stuck in your teeth. So I'll just run the peeler down it. Like so. It's ready to go. And then here's the turnips. I peeled them. I'll make them thin again. We'll take them like this. Turn all these up on top of each other. Then we're going to julienne them. Okay. On these recipes, you don't really need to stick to what the recipe calls for. I just had these extra things in my refrigerator, so I decided to use them. And actually, it's a complementing flavor to everything that's already in there. Okay. So here we go. Everything's finished. Now we're going to put everything together. Okay. First off, we're going to put a little bit of arugula in the bottom of the bowl. That'll be our leafy green. Garbanzo beans. Quinoa. some of our curried cauliflower. Want a little extra of that because that is the main ingredient in the recipe. Do a little red onion. Julienne turnip. Some celery. Some cucumber. Some radish. And I'm just trying to distribute the colors everywhere. So that way when you look at it too, it's very eye appealing because all the beautiful colors. Like so. We'll put a little bit of our brittle on there. We'll just break it up over the top. Like so. And then we'll make the vinaigrette real quick. Put a little red wine vinegar in there. A little bit of salt. So we're starting our cauliflower bowl, and the first thing we need to do is make the seed brittle. Okay. Got an egg white, sugar, salt, maple syrup, almonds. That was it. I hope everybody enjoyed that. I had a great time making it. Are there any questions, any concerns, anything? Also, I'd like to just say that before we go, that when everything like the peelings and all that, I repurposed either into stock, or I'll take the turnip greens and I'll chop them up and I'll put them in a salad, or the radish greens that were on top too, I use those in a salad too. So I try to repurpose everything that we use. Okay, I see there's no questions. So thank you very much and appreciate you enjoying my video.
Thanks, Chef.
Thank you.